Whenever I have taught people like that, there's sort of a running through line, and I think I spoke to you a little bit about this on the phone, which is teaching a comic or a sketch comedy person to be able to play a real believable character.
Yeah.
Okay, and still be funny at the same time, because we don't want it to be boring either and not be funny. But so I think we can work on this on Tuesday nights, but I think very important, we got to make sure that on Thursday that you're working on a drama, because the comedic tools that I'm going to be teaching you are going to be on top of the dramatic ones. Okay, so first and foremost, we have to make sure that it's honest, that it's truthful. Do I buy it? Do I believe that this is actually happening? But I did feel like when I was watching it, it was almost like two different styles. As far as when you read in the book, there's different styles of entertainment that you're going to face. You're going to see, and different styles that you encounter are going to have a different purpose as far as how they're supposed to affect the audience. I mean, it felt a little bit like I was kind of looking at, Swingers. I'm sure you've seen the movie.
Yes.
Swingers.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of that flavor to it, which would be a comedy of manners, which is one of the farces. So it sounds to me like this is a farce, meaning it sounds to me, is the goal of this to kind of get some big laughs? Is this supposed to be funny, like big funny? Or is it just a normal view of people and the goal is to just kind of get a couple of chuckles? What would you say the goal is? This a normal view of people, or are we talking about very quirky, eccentric? Once you deal with this issue, you're going to find a crazy thing that's going to happen. Acting, when you're doing it correctly, should feel like you're doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's never a performance, and the problem is the term performing. It's never a thing that you do. The goal is to duplicate reality so that the audience can connect, so that they can relate to you. Now, there are obviously characters out there that are quirky and eccentric and heightened. But even when you're playing a heightened, quirky, eccentric character, they still have to be worthy of truth, worthy of belief. And if you noticed kind of the way you were playing the scene, Marissa's character was very sort of down to earth and honest, whereas there was a lot of shouting coming from you. There was a lot of big energy, which is fine, but it still has to be like you're really at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
So the dead giveaway to me is that it's a performance, that they're in a coffee shop and everybody in the coffee shop can hear you.
Yeah.
Right? And so then it makes me feel like this is a little bit of a performance rather than duplicating truth. Does that make sense?
Yes.
When you're thinking about what acting is supposed to feel like, it should feel like what you and I are doing now. It should feel like easy.